Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your boy, Tony, aka ThayesTheMotivator. And I'd like to welcome you all to an all-new episode of Wake Up Wednesday, man, where I am your host. And first, before we jump into it, man, I gotta apologize for the setting, man, because I know y'all looking in the background, y'all see Cookie Monster and balloons and all that stuff. But actually, it's a thunderstorm by my house this morning, and it gets real dark in my house, so in my daughter's room, that actually gives off the best lighting. So this morning, I'm here in my daughter's room, man, because I wanted to make sure I gave you all the most effective video where you can physically see me as well as hear me. So again, I apologize, man, for the setting, but nonetheless, we got to, keep this thing rolling, because that's what we do. We don't stop just because the circumstances change, so we got to keep going, man. And again, I wanted to apologize also because I know I took a 2-week break. It was some things I had to get together, personally and professionally. So it was some things I had to get, under wraps and get taken care of. So I apologize, man, but I thank you all for being faithful and devoted viewers, man, and making sure you riding out with me, man, and you tuning in this week to catch, what the inspirational thing is for today, man. But, let's just jump right into it. I don't want to waste too much of your time, man. I know you got to get ready for work and all that stuff. So let's jump into it. What I wanted to take a moment to highlight is a major principle that I live by, and I hope that you all can adopt and live by as well. And that principle is real simple. It does not matter how you feel. All that matters is what you believe. That's something I have to tell myself very often, man. And I get up and I say it every morning. Look, Tone, it doesn't matter how you feel. All that matters is how you believe. And I'm telling you, man, that's something that as a great person, as a person that's called to do great things, as a person that's called to do and have better, you got to remind yourself, it don't matter how I feel. All that matters is what I believe, because there's going to be times where you feel like giving up. It's going to be times where you feel like throwing in the towel. It's going to be days where you feel like ain't nothing happening for you, like ain't nothing going to come to pass. I'm doing all this for nothing and it's a waste of time. It's going to be days where it don't feel like what you believe. But what I am saying is you cannot wait for your feelings to line up with what you believe. Because I'm telling you, man, where God is about to take you and what you're about to do and how you're about to change this world, man, it's so outlandish. It's so out there. It's unbelievable. You can't even conceive it in your own heart, let alone you can't look for somebody else to come along and tell you, yeah, I believe you. Yeah, I see you. No, nobody's going to believe it, because, man, it's so crazy what's about to happen in your life. And what I am saying is even your feelings sometimes won't line up with what you believe. Because when God gives us a vision, man, he gives it to us in where we shall be. God sees us where we shall be and not where we are. But our feelings can only see right where we are. All our feelings can identify is the layoff. All our feelings can identify is the marriage ain't going right. All our feelings can identify with is that child is hard-headed and it's a waste of time. All our feelings can say is, yeah, the business is supposed to be doing this, but it's really only doing that, so it's small right now and it's not going to go nowhere. But what I'm saying is bypass your feelings. Bypass your feelings. People always say, I feel some type of way. Yeah, and you're going to continue to feel some type of way. Your feelings are going to always be up and down, because that's what they do. Our feelings are inconsistent. Our feelings go with the wind. As long as everything is good, our feelings are high. And when things go wrong, our feelings are down. What I am saying is, you being as great as you are, you have to bypass what you feel. You got to ignore what you feel, because what you feel, it don't matter. All that matters is what you believe. You are great. And you got to believe that you are great. You got to believe you are called to do what you are doing right now. The thing that you're called to do is what you're doing right now. You got to believe I can do this. You got to believe I can be a better husband, and just do it. It don't matter how you feel. It's going to be days where you don't feel like being a good husband. It's going to be days where you don't feel like loving your wife. It's going to be days where you don't feel like bringing her flowers. It's going to be days where you don't feel like doing none of that stuff. But you being who you are, you got to do it anyway. Do it no matter how you feel. When a champion goes to do stuff, he don't always feel like doing it. Let's just be clear about it. A champion don't always feel like going to war, going to battle. Sometimes he feel like just laying back, chilling. But a real champion understands if I sit and listen to my feelings, I'll always be in mediocrity. If I sit and listen to my feelings, nothing to ever get done. So I'm gonna bypass what I feel, and I'm only gonna stand on what I believe. I'm telling you, man, you're gonna feel days where you feel like just laying in the bed, because you don't know what today is gonna hold. It's gonna be days where you're gonna have a terrible yesterday, and it's gonna make you question tomorrow. I'm telling you, it's gonna be days where you feel like saying, I'm done with that wife. I'm done with those kids. They hard-headed, they stubborn, they bad. It's gonna be days where you feel like giving up, but it does not matter how you feel. It's going to be days where that thing you've been working on that God promised you was going to be great. It's going to feel like days where it's not going to go. It's not going anywhere. It's going to feel like, well, I'm doing this for nothing. I'm doing this in vain. But the Bible is true when it says, despise not the day of small beginnings. Everything starts off small. Apple started off small. The Jordan brand, it started off small. Microsoft, the most recent thing that I could think of is the Dre Beats. That started off small. And that turned into $1 billion thing, a $3.2 billion thing. What I'm saying is it started off as a small thought. A small thought inside of a man and a woman's mind that say, I think this could come to pass. I believe this can happen. It didn't matter how they felt, because I'm telling you, along that road to getting it to be what it became, it was moments where they felt like, I'm sure it was moments they felt like giving up. You're going to feel like it. But what I am saying is that's a good thing. When you feel like quitting, when you feel those negative emotions, that's a great thing, because it lets you know you ain't reached the promise yet. If you was at the promise, you would never feel like quitting. But the fact that you feel like quitting, feel like giving up, feel like throwing in the towel, feel like just laying in the bed and just hiding away from the world, that's letting you know you ain't reached it yet. You got to keep going. And what I am saying is bypass what you feel and stand only on what you believe. Even the word of God backs that up. It tells us very clearly we walk by faith and not by sight. There are going to be days where it don't look pretty, but you got to walk by faith. It's going to be days where it don't sound like a good report's going to come in and it don't sound good, but you got to walk by what you believe. It's going to be times where your doctor's report going to come back and it's not going to be what you want it to be, but you got to walk by what you believe. Period. It don't matter how you feel. It don't matter what it look like. It don't matter how it sounds. Walk only by what you believe, because what you believe is going to get you there. That thought that keeps on saying, I know I can do greater. I know I can be greater. I know I can have this. I'm going to keep on believing. No matter how I feel, I'm going to bypass how I feel. That's what I'm saying. You got to talk to yourself, man, and tell yourself, it don't matter how I feel. All that matters is what I believe. And that's what I came to inspire you to do, man. It's a real simple principle, but it's so many people that don't do it. They give in to their feelings so often, and it lands them in so much trouble. But when you bypass when you bypass what you feel and stand solely on what you believe, I'm telling you, you're going to see your dreams begin to come true. You're going to see great things begin to manifest in your life. You're going to begin to see your marriage go to a whole new level. You're going to begin to see that business that started off small, it's going to go to extraordinary heights that you never even could dream of. So what I am saying is keep on believing. Don't stop because of how you feel. Don't stop because of a negative emotion that tells you it ain't going to happen. Yes, it is. Keep on believing. Walk by faith and not by sight. In a nutshell, it does not matter how you feel. All that matters is what you believe. And I tell you, man, when you begin to wake up, you can see your dreams begin to come true. I love you. Wake up.